Hi air signs, I am Tanya Lee of Harmonia Tarot and welcome to your weekly September 9th to the 15th. I'm going to go ahead and pull an animal oracle and then I'm going to have some oracle cards and then we're going to go straight to your reading. As a reminder, this is a general reading, meaning that it's not going to resonate with everyone. So use your own intuition as always. And don't try to force it. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are welcome for our air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So I'm tuning into your energy, calling in our ancestors, our guides, our ascendant masters into what clear messages that our air signs need to know for September 9th to the 15th. All right, let's pull an animal oracle. We have the elephants. Learn from the past. Air signs. You know, what's the saying with the elephants? They never forget, right? They have, they could be stubborn. They're also very family oriented, but you know how they say an elephant never forgets? I feel like for a lot of us, the past plays a big perception of what we are today. And maybe those old stories and letting go of those old stories get us to the point where we need to be, right, air signs? So in other words, sometimes we have to let go of those old stories so that we can shed a new life and that we don't have to be so attached to it. So this might be a reminder that, yeah, we may learn from our past, but doesn't necessarily mean we have to repeat the same things, the same patterns all over again, right? The same, you know, we learn from our lessons, we learn from our past. So it shapes us, it does mold us, but it doesn't define us, right? We always have the ability to change. So I feel like there's a reminder there as for change happening. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. We have time for a nap, observer. First thing I noticed is that we have the moon on both of these cards and also a fox. So we have a fox sleeping and then we have a fox who is awoken and is now looking at some of the things, observing. So maybe we have this time of reflecting a lot on our past, right? Reflecting and needing that rejuvenation of sleeping, of thinking about sleeping on it. I feel like we have individuals here sleeping on something to bring in some energy of a different perceptions, maybe waking up, maybe there was a miscommunication that happened and we're now being enlightened to it and kind of looking at it, but not necessarily making it define us, right? Sometimes we have to let those old stories go, like I said, because the next card we have is new life. You are waking up to something new. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. But I do feel like we have some air signs here who have slept a lot and thought about something, woken up to maybe a different perception and is feeling rejuvenated to a new start of some sort. Let's see what is in store for the weekly cards we have for September 9th to the 15th for our air signs. All right, we have the Empress underneath time for a nap. Taurus energy here. Ace of Wands is reversed, so a new beginning is not quite at a start here. It almost sounds, whoops, it looks like we have a flyer here. Hold on one second. This was upright. I saw a fly upright. Yeah, we have the Star. So there's some healing energy that was needed here. There's definitely some healing going on here. Some balance happening. Five of Cups reversed. Wow. Two of Pentacles reversed. Death. All right, so this is the ending of something. Five of Wands. Fire energy here. We have Sagittarius, Leo, and what did I say? Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Sorry. Ten of Cups reversed. And these cards are so slippery. I love the spellcaster deck, but man, are they slippery. They are a slippery deck. One more. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. The Moon. Miscommunications of some sort happen here. Okay, whatever this miscommunication is, it's taking great strength. This is definitely something within a relationship that is bringing some enlightenment has come about, air signs, on this relationship. You may be dealing with a Leo, a fire sign here as well, air signs. But this is about loyalty. And do you see how safe and up, like she looks like she can really trust this lion to push her through, right? And there's a beam of light in the back as well. So it's like this protectiveness energy, right? Protecting this relationship. But there was something about this that there was loyalty within this overall energy. There's a committed, there's a commitment of some sort here in play. Now, underneath time to nap, we have the Empress, the Ace of Wands, and the Star. What I really feel with these cards, especially the way that they're going down at this point, and this is how the spread works, I feel like we have an individual here who, and this could be air signs, you as well, or you might be dealing with a Taurus, somebody who has Earth in their chart, or you might have Earth in your chart. But this is an individual who knows her worth, who is very nurturing, abundant. She has it all, but she can also come off sometimes as, because she's the Emperor, so she knows her worth, but she can also come off as stubborn. And I feel like there's some sort of, something stopped for sure, because the Ace of Wands is usually, you know, this is usually a new beginning, something coming in fruition, like you just get a new start on something. I feel like there's an awakening of wanting a new start, but there was a miscommunication that happened that involved a lot of healing, okay? And I'm gonna clarify this moon because the way it's ending, but I never always end on the moon because I feel like there needs to be a little bit more. But I feel like there was an individual here, and this could have been a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. There's an individual here who is focused on some loss and not realizing what they have, okay? There might, this miscommunication that came about between the two of you, it might have caused you both to focus on the past rather than holding the two cups that this individual has. I feel like there was a lot of juggling going on, and this is reversed now. So I feel like it's now like this is like past energy. There was some kind of rest that was in play, and there's observation on both ends, a perception. Maybe you're all looking at it, but the reason I'm saying it's ended is once you have this loss in Two of Cups, you do have the Two of Pentacles under here reversed. Now this is all about juggling, having too much in your hands, but this is reversed, and it's followed right here by death. So this is the end of this chapter of somebody feeling at a loss. Somebody, you know, and I do feel like it's both parties here, but we can play out here with some of the other cards when I validate. But I feel like in this dynamic that there was more individuals involved in this than just two people. Meaning there was a family dynamic on here that maybe have interrupted, or there was causing some miscommunications in this connection, okay? So when there's a lot of people involved or telling you what to do, or you should handle it this way, or so-and-so said that, it can cause a lot of confusion. And I feel like we have one individual in particular who had a lot of people probably whispering in their ear. It could have been you, air signs, or the other person. But somebody has taken some time to look back and think about it and gotten into this mode and is observing it now that the time has passed. And they're waking up to the possibility that maybe it was a miscommunication, that maybe, you know, because this is wanting to new life, a new start, new perception, that maybe the Ten of Cups reversed. Now, this is, you see how this is, when it's upright, it's everybody celebrating. It's everybody forming that union, right? There's more than one person involved here, so I'm saying it's family oriented. But I feel like with these reverse here and the moon on here, there was definitely a miscommunication of some sort between this partnership. Now, the one thing I noticed especially about this specific deck, the Spellcaster deck, do you see how there's two dogs here and they're howling? They're two very different dogs. Two very different dogs. You got a dachshund and a wolf of some sort, right? To me, that's like, yeah, they're the same kind. They're both dogs, right? But they have probably different personalities, different things. So when they're howling or doing stuff, there might be a different perception. You know, one's a little bit shorter and to the ground. The other one, you know, might have different thoughts or different personality. So I feel like there's two different personalities here that were trying to communicate and voice something to each other, and it just kind of went to shit. It just went to shit. And I feel like we have one individual who is like, but I don't know how this happened. And then this other individual is like, I don't know, but look how she's looking at this. She's kind of looking at this like, I don't know, but it's on you. You like, there's some kind of like looking back and reflecting on it, but going, listen, I'm gonna just do me and be me, because I have a new, I don't know. So I feel like there's two individuals here. One is looking at like, oh my gosh, I just dropped all these cups. How could we not, get along? But let's see what we have here. There's definitely a miscommunication in here about a new start, wanting a new start. Yeah, a tower moment has hit. So this tower moment, if it hasn't hit, it's going to hit, because it's not necessarily meaning that there's not love here. I feel like there's just too much involved here where people aren't seeing, they're seeing the worst of it. They're looking at their past and going, okay, well, wait a minute. What did I say? Or what did he say? Or what did she say? Like, there's a lot of he said, she said business going on that I'm feeling here very strongly. Yeah, justice. There's been an injustice. This justice was reversed. So the injustice is probably this tower moment, that it wasn't really necessary anybody's fault. It was a miscommunication of some sort. I think you're both realizing this. I think it's on both sides now, realizing that there's been some time apart, and maybe this miscommunication was needed to understand different perception. But there was definitely a lot of people involved in this. This isn't like, yeah. There's somebody, and this is earth energy again too. So that could be that Empress. But the Knight of Pentacles, he's a very slow moving knight, okay? But he is stable, and he's coming with a solid, he's confronting something. So it's something that's stable, but stable energy, but it's slow. So this has been a very slow process. Yeah, this was reversed. So somebody is coming out of this defense mode, but there's more parties involved in here. So this is all ending now. This turmoil is ending. Let's clarify what this moon is about. Ace of Wands reverse. This is about not having that new start. This is a duplicate card. I'm not going to pull on here. I'm just going to pull on what's on the bottom. But again, we have two Ace of Wands reverse here. I mean, both of these are about two individuals not having a new beginning, not having the new life, wanting it though. These two individuals want this. They want to change this perception. So it's not just on one side where like someone's doing this. I think they're marrying each other. I think these two individuals are really marrying each other. Yeah, they both are feeling like they are at a loss. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. They both are feeling like they're at a loss here. But do you see how they're together? They're still together. So this isn't an ending of a relationship, I feel. I feel like there was a miscommunication that happened, that we have an individual here who's slow in the start, who's looking at what, how much work was in play here, but is waiting it out, observing, in that observation mode. in this mode of when to come back in so that we can discuss this situation. You have the Star again. So there is that Star energy twice. I do believe this is coming in twice. So there is this need of healing. So I feel like this week, air signs in specific, that yeah, there was a miscommunication. I wish I could say that there's a completion of some sort, but I'm not going to verify this since it's only weekly. But I do feel like there's this need of wanting a new life, wanting a new start, fixing the relationship, but you guys are just not there yet. You're both in your side corners. This is for a learning experience. You guys are learning both from your past with those individuals in play too. All right, air signs, if you like this reading, go ahead and like it and comment if it resonated for you. I always like to see everybody's comments as well. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that bell. Take care, and thanks again. See you next week.